Ladies and gentlemen, as William Samuel Ruto embark on climate change summit, as he continue welcoming African guests in Nairobi, the capital city of Kenya, his Kenya Kwanza government is on fire. Especially within UDA, there is a big fallout among major players in UDA. Ni vita vya panzi na furaha inafaa kuwa kwa kuguru. Kuguru hapa wakiwa ni Azimio One Kenya Coalition. We are duly informed that Dede Nyoro and Rigathi Gachagua don't see eye to eye. Indeed, even when Rigathi Gachagua called for a coffee meeting in Nairobi, Dede Nyoro refused to grace the occasion. He gave it a wide berth. Again, between Dede Nyoro and Kimani Ichung'wah, there is also a major fallout. Tell me, ladies and gentlemen, when did you last see Dede Nyoro and Kimani Ichung'wah having a common meeting without William Samoei Ruto? When did you see Dede Nyoro and Rigathi Gachagua again without the president? There is also a major fallout between Ichung'wah and Gachagua. For those of you who recalls the politics of this country, you remember very well that when William Samoei Ruto was looking for a running mate, majority of UDA supporters preferred Kithure Kindiki. And I want to take you back to that time when Kimani Ichung'wah led the onslaught against Gachagua. And he tweeted the following day that unveiling Rigathi Gachagua as the running mate would be tantamount to unveiling a corruption ticket. He also talked about the foul mouth of Rigathi Gachagua. To date, the two guys have never reconciled. Again, in UDA, there is also a major conflict between ANC, UDA, and Ford Kenya. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're joining this channel for the first time, like this video at this juncture, subscribe if you have not subscribed, and leave your comment. Let's look at the reason why this is happening, ladies and gentlemen. The first reason is because of the issue of running mate in 2027. There is a feeling that William Samoei Ruto prefers Dede Nyoro to Rigathi Gachagua. There is a feeling that Dede Nyoro is more acceptable in all Mount Kenya counties. That is the feeling. There is also a good chemistry between William Samoei Ruto and Dede Nyoro. And this one is worrying Rigathi Gachagua and Ichung'wah Kimani. They are worried because of that chemistry. And also here, there's also this issue of Mudavadi also being roped into the game. That if the worst come to the worst, and you have seen William Samoei Ruto camping, literally camping in Western Kenya, because there's a feeling that kuna yagu kumi ya Western na yagu kumi ya Ruto. There is that silent agreement. And although many people don't talk about it, there is that feeling that Western Kenya is going to support William Samoei Ruto for 10 years. And then after 10 years, William Samoei Ruto is going to support Musalia Mudavadi. This is not sitting plenty among these strong men in UDA, because you can only call them strong men because they are. There's a reason why there is serious conflict. It's because Kimani Ichung'wah is of the feeling that Kiambu is the most densely populated. There's also that feeling that Kiambu made William Samoei Ruto the president, by the virtue that it gave William Samoei Ruto the highest number of votes. Hili jambo ambalo Kimani Ichung'wah feels that he needs to be recognized. It is a feeling that he's the one who rallied the support of Kiambu people to vote for William Samoei Ruto. And it's high time now. It's the scratch of the scratch my back, you scratch my back. There's that feeling. And therefore, William Samuel Ruto should go to Kimani Ichung'wah as his running mate. The other reason that is fueling this serious conflict is because Rigathi Gachagua is seen as somebody who is very divisive. Kimani Ichung'wah described him as a full-mouthed politician in that tweet. And this one did not go down well with Rigathi Gachagua. Again, the people of Kiambu feels that Gachagua is not delivering as expected. Mount Kenya is not benefiting as expected. And there's a feeling that if Gachagua continue with the divisive nature, the Kikuyus could be easily be isolated. So there's that strong argument among these leaders. Again, there is also the battle for control of Mount Kenya. You know very well that, and William Samuel Ruto is very happy about this, that in Mount Kenya, currently we don't have a kingpin. And the need to have a kingpin, that vacuum, no, nature is vacuum. And this is why you find a lot of competition, a lot of competition among these leaders. Gachagua is there, want to be the kingpin of Mount Kenya. There's also Dede Nyoro and Kimani Ichung'wah. All of them want to be Mount Kenya kingpin. And William Samoei Ruto is very happy to see this vacuum, kwa sababu yeye ndiye ambaye ananufaika. There's no time that you find these three leaders together without the president himself. If you are very keen on Kenyan politics, you will realize this. Again, there is also the feeling that Gachagua is fond of buying loyalty. That is the truth of the matter. Gachagua does not have a natural following. He buys people. There is that feeling. And again, that was the feeling of Kimani Ichung'wah in 2022 during the time of nominating the running mate. When the running mate was being identified, Kimani Ichung'wah felt that Gachagua cannot have a following unless he buys people. So if he is a mtu wa kununua watu wa kumfuata, watu wafuasi, then automatically he cannot be a Mount Kenya kingpin. Again, when you now come to the Western, the issue is that UDA won't control the Western nation, Mulebe nation. There's a feeling that William Samoei Ruto can control Western nation, Mulebe nation, the Abaluhya community, without the support of Mudavadi and Ford Kenya leader, that is Wetangula, Papa Aroma. What do you think, ladies and gentlemen? And that is why you see Cleophas Malala being roped in. That is why you find Cleophas Malala with the Secretary General trying to tell these people to wind up the party. Just the other day, Cleophas Malala referred to ANC as a village party. And I believe he was speaking for William Samoei Ruto. And vile vita ambavyo yale mapambano ambayo unayapata kule upande wa magharibi ni kwa sababu I've always opined that these two leaders, that is Ford Kenya leader and ANC leader, they are not people who have the method to control parties. And again, when you look at their pockets, risks are not to be desired, especially Papa Aroma. So William Samoei Ruto feels that he can make it in Western without the support of these leaders. And he doesn't actually appreciate much. And he doesn't actually trust them. That is also the reason you find Cleophas Malala in the cabinet. But the big question is, what is going to happen here? Again, there is also the issue of lack of commitments. Lack of commitments and lack of a common enemy in Mount Kenya. In Mount Kenya and Western, unajua sasa wakati ambapo Mount Kenya wanaongea kuhusu Raila Amolo Odinga, wanaonekana kwamba ni watu ambao ni maarufu sana. But these days you realize that nobody is talking about Raila Amolo Odinga in Mount Kenya. There is a feeling that Raila Amolo Odinga could not be, most likely not be in the ballot. And Mount Kenya has nothing to talk about. And when you remove, I've always said, when you remove Raila Amolo Odinga from Mount Kenya, these people have nothing to talk about. So they can only start now cannibalizing themselves. That is what is happening. Again, I know maybe you have never realized that Mudavadi does not hit Raila hard. In fact, he doesn't hit Raila hard. Unaona kuna ule urafiki ambao uko pale. Ni mashemeji hawa kusema ukweli. Even Moses Wetangula, he doesn't talk very badly about Raila Amolo Odinga. Maybe there's a feeling that Raila Amolo Odinga could support them, and that ule urafiki wa zamani labda bado upo, na najua wanasiasa ni wale wale tu. But ladies and gentlemen, UDA is on fire. Kenya Kwanza government is fighting its own fires. How will this end? Ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you think, and may you have a blessed week ahead. Bye-bye.